I think the single greatest thing that a player can do to help their GM is actually give their characters some kind of stake in the game, some kind of stake in the world, sometime something that they care about, something that they want to do, something, you know, that gives a reason for the player to be doing what they're doing, but also gives the GM something to work with, something to kind of pull from, because you know you could build a character who's just like a blank and could easily go through any adventure that we could throw at you as GMs. And that's all well and good, but we also want you to have fun, and we're trying to come up with interesting things, fascinating things. And oftentimes having that to pull from and be like, hey, it's your turn to get something out of the story. It's not even going to be necessarily loot or any crazy thing, but this is something that I'm going to be putting together just for you, your character, your investment, and the party will get to enjoy it as well because you put it together, and now it's going to be affecting all of them. Don't be that kind of player that's like, well, I want to keep all of this information secret because I want to surprise everyone, even the GM. How are you going to ever get any of it to be, interacted with, to come to fruition, to be opportune, if you don't tell the GM about it? Like, come on, that's rule number one right there. Is the player and the GM collaborate to create a story for the character that is fascinating and fun to play. Do not, and if you've had a GM that treats it this way, I'm sorry, but do not treat it like it is the players versus the GM. It is the players versus the challenge created by the GM, but ultimately the GM is there to help you get that experience, help you get through whatever it is that you're trying to get through, help you have that fun and have that story that's worth playing through. So, give us something to work with. A friend, a family member, a town that you care about, a goal. You want to be the greatest wizard that ever lived? Well, okay, but like, how do you want to go about doing that? Do you want to create this one kind of device, like something very specific? We could help you build towards that, and that could just be like your entire arc throughout the campaign is just finding bits and pieces that actually help you build that thing that you're trying to build. So again, do yourself a favor by doing your GM a favor by putting something into your character backstory, or if you can't come up with anything at the creation of the character, keep thinking about it, keep finding stuff, and eventually through roleplay you could be like, hey, I'm interested in this, I want to start pursuing this, and that gives your GM something to work on in the future. So be excellent to each other, be excellent to yourselves, and I hope to see you in the next one.